Alright, yeah, it's recording. Hey folks, Papa Joe here. Sitting out here in Albuquerque. Layover for the weekend. Did an hour and a half live stream earlier. Was gonna go to bed. Got watching different YouTubes and whatnot. That one that I just flashed there, that is, oh damn it, now I can't think of his name. Little bulldog. But anyway, they're doing a investigation, one of their things that they do. It's midnight, so I'm tired. This old boy studies behaviors. Been doing it for 40 years. Big time professor, a doctor. The last 10 years, more or less, I ain't sure if that's the number he gave. He's been studying Google, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. What he's testifying to this committee is that from his research, Google and Facebook can manipulate between 2.5 million and 10.5 million people's votes. That's a lot. Now, I'm going to share this. I'm going to do it right now. Did I already? I don't think I did. If I did, I'm going to share it twice. There. Now, I just shared that video I watched. It's on my Facebook. So go check it out. Now, what he's saying is that, and we know some of it's true, he's saying that they control and manipulate the search engines. Duh. The part that bothered me was Ted Cruz. That's his name. Texas boy. The part that bothers me is he got asking him, he says, do you know who Hillary Clinton's #1 supporter was in 2016 election? He says, I think so, but please tell me. So Ted Cruz said a name. It sounded like a business name, which happened to be the controlling interest in Google and Facebook type shit. Now I knew, and y'all know, that they manipulate us right-wingers big time. They haven't shut me down or anything, but they have gone through some of my Facebook stuff and said I'm sharing untrue information. And they'll nitpick it and find one little thing. So they marked my Facebook page, evidently, with something that tells people that I share untrue stuff. Gotcha. Ain't nothing I can really do about it. Ain't nothing I'm really interested in doing about it. At some point, We have to decide if we want to go into someone's Facebook page and see what this untrue sharing is, see what their fact finding is, and decide for ourselves if it's untrue or not. But back to the story. He said that depending upon how aggressive they want to be, on how many people they can manipulate and sway their vote. He said they now have a way of doing the subliminal, that's a hard word to say when you're tired, but they're doing these sub messages. And he says there's no way to trace them. Can't make nobody accountable for them. You know, we heard about that stuff for years. They claimed it on the records. They claimed it on TV shows. And we kind of chucked it off. In this day and age, yeah, I believe they can do it. Worse yet, I believe they will do it. Now, this old boy that's testifying, he is not a Republican at all. And he said that. He also said that on the 2020 election, he said they're going all out. Guarantee you. And he's not a part of them. He's just a professor that studies stuff and knows stuff. I would really encourage you to go to my Facebook wall, Simple Living with Papa Joe, and watch that video. It's very interesting. It will show you how they can really manipulate us. Big time. You guys ain't all gonna fit through there at one time. Somebody got to slow down. Give it a break. The stuff that they can do and are willing to do to win the election. They were so worried about all this Russian collusion that they never could prove. Here we are worried about dead people voting, and they're doing stuff like this. They're not going to get no 2.5 or 2.5 million on the low side. They're not going to get that many dead voters, but they can use this internet, use this right here. YouTube's part of Google, to sway that many votes. Wow. Some of the stuff that they're doing right now, and it's the left. Call it what it is, it's the left. Some of the stuff they're doing just because they don't like President Trump. Why are they so down on Trump is what we all need to be asking. Now, we all understand the basics. We think we know. But for them to put in so much money and effort and pulling out all the stops to block this man, to try to get rid of this man, what's going on? They ain't got nothing on him. They've got BS on him. Yet they're so hardcore. Get rid of Donald Trump. Want to know my opinions? It don't matter. It's my channel, my video. If you don't want to hear my opinion, you better exit now. I gave you time. I think that it's the corruption and the stealing and the pocket padding is so thick up there. I think it's thicker and worse than we ever dreamed. And I think Donald Trump not playing ball with them and draining the swamp, and they're so afraid that he will drain the swamp that he will expose them for what they are. Individuals and companies. And I think they're running so scared, they're panicking, and they are trying to do anything that they can to stop this president. And with the hate that they have, I don't know, but I fear what happened to Kennedy might happen to him when he wins in 2020. To me, that's not out of the possibility. When you hate as bad as they do, when you're running as scared as they are, money makes people do some crazy stuff. And I got a feeling we're talking about massive amounts of money. And they're scared. Not only money, they're afraid of being exposed for the crimes that they have committed and then being held accountable. I know Trump's going to win 2020. If he don't, it would really surprise me. Democrats like hollering how they're talking for the people. Nancy Poo-Poo likes to say that. She ain't talking for me. Not for a minute. They like hollering how they're talking for the people and how we're a divided country. And it's all Trump's fault. We are divided. We got us commoners. Then we got those elite that lives in Washington, D.C. And it ain't, I don't really think it's all the rich people, all the 1%ers. I don't think they're all involved. But I think there's a good portion of them that are. And I think that Trump knows enough stuff, and he said that when he was running. He said, yeah, they're scared of me because I know how to play their games. He said, I've been buying politicians for years, remember? I don't think he was lying. And they know he knows how they work, how their operations are. And they're scared of him. They can't buy him. That billionaire, can't think of his name again, somebody will tell me in the comments, that was wanting to run. Yeah, he did run. He didn't make it very far. But he said that even if he was not running, if he wasn't in the election, that he would put $1 billion to whoever Donald Trump's opponent was. $1 billion. And they're talking about that can affect the election a lot. Now I understand that they had issues before politics. I don't know what, they're both big time millionaire business guys out of the East Coast. So I don't know what their problem was. Don't care. I do know rich people didn't get rich by just wasting their money. I understand that common people don't dislike someone so bad that they would just give up $1 billion. So why is he wanting to throw $1 billion against President Trump? I find it hard to believe that that's all because he don't like him. What's in it for him? There's got to be something in it for him. There's some that's saying that he wants to be the grand poobah of the Democrats. So if he can help somebody get in, then he'll have some kind of pull and sway in the Democratic Party. It's very possible. It's also very possible, I heard somebody say it today and gave their reasoning, because I've been telling folks that Hillary ain't going to run. She's done. She's done been exposed enough that she ain't going to run. Now, I was listening to one feller talk, and he thinks Hillary's going to come in at the last minute. That none of these morons that are running for president on the Democratic side right now, we all know, if you watched anything about them, they ain't going to beat Trump on the debate stage. They ain't going to do it. He's going to eat them up. I mean, look at their top three. Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Pocahontas. Really? Ain't none of them three. Even if they went up there together and tried to gangbang him, ain't gonna work. He's gonna eat their lunch. So they're saying, or he said, that it wouldn't surprise him that the last minute Hillary comes in to be the savior of the Democratic Party. That's possible. I think Biden's going to keep falling. I think Pocahontas is. Out of those three, I think Sanders stands the best chance of winning for the Democrats. I think that if they don't try to throw Hillary in the mix, they're going to try to cheat Bernie out of it and put old Creepy Joe up there. But I don't know. Some of the stuff I've been seeing and thinking the last few days just makes me say, damn, is it deeper than you really thought? Because I thought it was bad. I thought it was deep, the corruption. I think it's worse than I thought. And I really think they're running scared. And the thing about running scared, you know, we used to have a saying. Y'all know I'm old Jarhead, old Street Fighter type guy. And there was always a saying amongst those that know about fighting, that you never want to corner a little guy or a scared guy. If you corner a little guy, he's going to become a scared guy. And the scared guy is going to come out of that corner. under you, around you, over you, or through you. But they'll go into a panic mode and they'll do whatever it takes to come out of that corner. Does that make sense? I think Trump, just being Trump, is backing them into a corner. And I think they're getting scared. And I fear what they will do being that scared. Now, I've talked to those that, and listened to them, but you don't hear much about it on the media. Can't talk about it. But there are those that say that he's too popular to be assassinated. I don't remember much about John Kennedy. I do remember the day he got shot. I was 2, 3, 4. I wasn't in school yet. As I remember, my mama was ironing clothes, old collapsible metal ironing board, in the living room. My brothers were at school. I was at home. Mama was ironing clothes and watching TV. I was playing on the floor. And she started crying. I didn't understand, and I asked her why. And she told me the president had been shot. It didn't mean nothing to me then. But now, as an older person, I've learned through the years about it. And he was a very popular man. He really was. He was loved greatly. Kind of like Trump. And there's a theory out there that they assassinated him because he was going to expose the one world order and all the corruption in it. Because he had made some comments on TV about he was fixing to expose some stuff that was going to let the world know, or us know, the country know, that the works were, or the plan was in works that would make us all slaves, is what it boils down to. And it's just a few days after that that he got assassinated. I'm no history teacher, no historian, none of that. So some of my details there can be a little fuzzy, a little off. Point is, can you be too popular? I don't think so. Just means the other side has to be more sneaky. Oh, I need to do my evening meds. Let me do these. Sorry. If I don't do them now, I'll forget. Oh, I already did. I'm a good boy. One of the things that have me concerned, now this impeachment stuff's going to the Senate. And I've been somewhat confident in the Senate that they'll deal with this appropriately and that it's going to go away. With some of the nonsense, I'm concerned about who's going to get bought. Let's put it where it is. If he's willing to put up $1 billion against Trump, what is he willing to put up to try to help this impeachment go farther? And people are already saying that his money is what has helped to back this impeachment nonsense. Exactly how, I don't know. But they're saying his money has influenced it greatly. I can believe that. If he's got more money than Jimmy had jelly beans, he can buy some votes. How many million does it take to buy off a feller nowadays, or a woman? I think the rhinos would sell out real quick. Right, there might be a few others that are weak enough they would. It's going to be interesting. I'm not quite as confident as I once was about the Senate just kicking it out. Maybe I watch too much political stuff. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe I just don't trust the swamp. We all know that old saying. Money's the root of all evil. It ain't saying money is evil, but it's the root of it. It cracks me up. They got this last minute informant that claims to have the dirt. He can connect all the dots. His notes are wrote on napkins and whatnot. More hearsay. There's some hearsay in it. Some he claims is fact. Democrats didn't like him until he got into some trouble and got some charges brought up against him. And now he's trying to get out of it. Huh. That's interesting. He's facing some serious federal time. And all of a sudden he coming clean. But he's the smoking gun. Now the foreign leaders and stuff have heard his story. It was on TV. And that old boy, I forget what title he held. He said point blank, he's lying. He's lying like hell. Ain't none of that stuff he had said happened. Since he's on the same agenda as the left, his word's gospel to them. Despite his charges, which one of them was lying. I said it in the live stream, and I'll still say it again. If they allow witnesses, there's a half a dozen, a good 4+ of them, that I hope Trump's team's going to call in there. And I don't see some of the bulldogs that are in there letting them write the rules up where they're going to hurt or take away all the the president's ability to defend itself. They did that in the House. And there are those now that say, oh, they're going to do the same thing in the Senate. If the Senate allows it, I'll be on here telling you how every damn one of them is corrupt. And we need to do a total rebuild of our government. We ain't far from it now, are we? That could be the match that lights the fuse. Been happening all around the world. I hope it ain't our turn. I hope they don't push us that far. And if they do, the little demonstrations you've seen from the paid off leftists, that ain't gonna be nothing compared to the rednecks and the working class that want to come out. No, I don't advocate for it at all. It's a lose-lose situation. It's a crying shame, those that we have elected and have trusted to protect us, to have our best interest at heart, to take care of us, are the ones that I fear the most. And that I fear is doing the most damage to us. It's a crying shame. As Grandma used to say, it don't have to be this way. They should whoop your ass anyway. Just some rambling late night thoughts. I hope I'm wrong on all of them. I really do. Did I bore you enough? Don't get off here. I'm fixing to go to bed. Watched enough videos, heard enough politics. Go check out my Facebook page, Simple Living with Papa Joe. I put up some interesting, and it ain't all politics. There's some funny stuff up there. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you. So do I. Y'all have a good night. Hopefully you're sleeping right now.